What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of Buttons Spin, and today we're going to be opening another battle set, and today it's gonna be a doozy one. This is Evo Elite Champions Pro Set from Pro Series, obviously, and we haven't opened any of the GT Pro Series stuff yet, so this will be our first, and it's fantastic. We do get two amazing stuff. It is Sword Valtryek and Wizard Fafnir. Fantastic. They do come with their colored light launchers, which I think is fantastic. It's pretty great. Of course, they won't have the stock combo from Tomy. They have their own combos from Pro Series. It does come with, I think, the Sting and Extreme Dash, which is fantastic. Pretty interesting to see. There's my cat. But you know, it is what it is. I think these are fantastic. The fact that they come with different combos, I have always been enjoying it as well, because you know, we get to see different things from Tomy. So let's open this up, see how they do. Again, this is the first time I'm opening GT from Pro Series, so you know, we will only have a battle between these two, but you know, that would be still fantastic. The arena itself, it's black and blue, but it is the exact same arena from the previous Pro Series battle set with the Chosi stuff. The arena is the same thing as the white one, and as you know, we've been using the white one for almost every battle of Tomy and Pro Series stuff. So we know how the arena works already. We already know what it's like. So for the GT stuff on Pro Series, I'm thinking in not using this arena actually, and using another arena that we have. Some of you have already seen it on stream. It is the GT Pro arena from one of the local stores here. More like an anime arena, and I think it'll be more exciting to use that, so that you know, we see some different stuff instead of using the exact same arena over and over. And yeah, so let's get this baby open and see the Beyblades more closely. So here we are with everything out of the box, and first I would like to mention the manual. You do want to open the manual because that's where the stickers are. Of course, we already put the stickers. Also, you do want to open the manual because that's where the QR codes are, if you need those. And if this is your first time having Beyblades, they will explain to you how to assemble it, how the game works, and all that here. So yeah. It's always good to look at the manual, even though I skip that part in most of my videos. And yeah, now let's look at the light launchers. As you can see, they're different colored. I love that one is yellow, which is the Fafnir colors, and the other is blue for Valkyrie. Also, this is right spin and this is left spin. This is our very first left spin light launcher from Pro Series that we have in this channel, of course. And as you can see, they do look slightly different. It's not just a recolor and not just the whole change. They do look different. This one has like a hexagonal centerpiece, and this one has a circle centerpiece. You can see that there's some texture here on this one as well, whereas the right one doesn't. But yeah, it works exactly the same way though. They are both really smooth as per usual with the Pro Series light launchers. It feels very nice to launch them more than the ripcord launchers that we're used to with Hasbro. That said, when you do launch them, when you rip the cord out, it does make like a slamming noise, like that, and that doesn't feel too great. The rest of it does feel really smooth, except for that one last part when you completely pull But yeah, it is what it is. Now, going to the Beyblades themselves, I did mention that the Valkyrie combo was not the stock combo from Takara Tomy, but I was under the impression that Fafnir was the stock combo. But no, I just realized that the weight here is different. All the pieces are the same from the Takara Tomy one. It does have Wizard Fafnir, Ratchet, and Rise, but the weight is a Zan instead of a Sen. So this one is much lighter, as you can see here, the weight. It is very hollow here. It's not a bad one. This originally came with Ace Dragon. It is very balanced. It does have the weight points on either ends. So it is decent. It's not a terrible weight. It is a lot lighter than what is supposed to be here, which is Sen, which had more weight points on it. So they will make Wizard Fafnir a little lighter. I don't know how that's gonna affect it. In GT, Wizard Fafnir did used to burst quite a bit, but you know, maybe we'll see how he does with a lighter weight. And as per usual with GT, you do have to close the tabs, Gachinko, to get that ready. As you see, we do have rubber here, obviously. It is a very round blade, and it was meant for spin stealing. So you know, that's great, that's fun. I do love that about Fafnir. The Force Disc, like I mentioned, is ratchet, and as you can see, it does have free spinning, but only one direction, right? So if it's hit by another left spin, then it will deflect it and go. But against right spins, if it hits a right spin there, this will lock up and act as like a counter attack. So you know, pretty interesting. I do like the gimmick of it. I do like how it looks on Fafnir. I think it's a fantastic Forge Disc. Now Rise. You guys know that I'm not a huge fan of Rise. That said, you know, it is a stamina type driver. It does have a big platform here that is quite low. And the idea, of course, is that when it gets hit, this platform will serve as a brake so that it won't get knocked out. It could get caught in the tornado reach so as to not get knocked out so easily. Also to not get too far. As a circle, it will provide also with life after death. It would help with continuing the movement when it gets hit and all that. The platform could also help it stabilize more, because when it's destabilized, that circle would help it move. But as we know, none of these parts are free spinning, so it does scrape more often than the free spinning drivers. It's also very low. The platform is also very low there, so it does often scrape on the arena, even if it gets hit just a little bit, or if it's launched at a little bit of an angle. So it can lose its balance, and it can lose stamina quite easily. That said, I do realize that a lot of people use this in their combos. A lot of people like it, and I think the reason is because when it gets hit and tilts, that getting caught there can help it move around and do a really strong counterattack. So you would stay on stamina usually, but when it gets hit by an attack type, it can do a really strong counterattack. It can go around and come back and hit it back. Do a really strong counterattack really fast because this is unmoving. So I do see a lot of people using that on combos. But though that does tend to happen, like I said, this being really low and all that does also help with losing stamina and losing balance easily. So it's not as consistent as some of the better drivers can be. But people who are really fan of Rise, they will swear by it, and I guess it does have its moments. But yeah, I do prefer a driver that is a little more consistent than Rise. Moving on to Sword Valtryek, the Retsu here, the weight is a Retsu, and this actually did come with / Valkyrie, so it is what it's supposed to be. And as you can see, it does have mismatched weights, so one side will be heavier than the other, and we have seen that gimmick before where one part of the blade will be stronger. We saw that more recently with Brave Wyvern, where the chassis was lopsided like that, so that one wing would strike harder than the next. That said, Sword Valtryek is not that great of a Valtryek, though it does have the 3-winged attack and all that. These 3 blades, they're not long enough to have a great reach and great impact. It was just an okay attack type. It wasn't very good, and it quickly got substituted by some better attack types. The Judgment Joker, of course, was much preferred than this sword blade. But yeah, it is what it is. I do like how it looks, though. I think it's fantastic. The Forged Disc on it is Sting, of course, which also came with Ace Dragon, so that's kind of interesting. But we did talk about this before. The Sting does have this bound effect, which supposedly helps with counterattack. But of course, spinning at that speed, I don't actually know if that will actually help. But it is what it is. It is a pretty heavy disc, so at the very least, it will help with weight distribution and balance and stamina. The driver, this is what I like here, is of course Extreme Dash, and I love the Extreme drivers. Dash makes it better. It makes it so that its springs and the lock are better, so it will have more resistance to burst. Extreme does have a rubber tip, flat rubber tip, like as you can see, so it is very aggressive on the arena. It does lose stamina quite quickly because of that, but I still like how aggressive and how strong its hits can be. So for an attack type like Valtryek, it can be amazing, though like I said, this sword blade is not the greatest attack blade. But yeah, those are the pieces. Let's assemble them, test them out, and battle them against each other. But like I said, we won't be using the arena that came with this set, just because it is the exact same thing as the white one that we always use. So we will be using a different arena that, as I mentioned, was bought from a local store, and it is supposed to look like Anime Stadium. So let's go. And that's it, folks. I really like this arena. That said, I'm not sure if the texture is slightly different. For the rubber driver at the very least, it is leaving a lot of marks whenever it's doing the flower pattern. And I think that friction with this arena could be taking away a lot more from his stamina than it already would on a normal arena. That said, it was able to win once by knocking it out. That was fantastic. I did like that quite a bit. But Wizard Fafnir did win from stamina mostly. And yeah, I think this arena is really cool. It is slightly bigger. I do think they move around better here. So yeah, all of the next GT videos that we do in our channel, we will be using this arena because I do like it quite a bit more. And I think, you know, having different arenas for different things is better than using just the white one and then the same thing but gray one. I don't think that's very cool. So yes, for Gachinko, we will stick to this arena, and then for the white one, we will continue with the white one for the standard stuff. But yes, that's what I had to show you. Take the conclusions you like from that. Thank you guys for watching. Leave us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more videos like this. We are obviously focusing more on Beyblades, but we also show some spin tops that are not Beyblade related. So if you're interested in stuff like that, I'll see you next time, and until then, stay nerdy, guys.